Welcome back to some more Dwarf Fortress. Now, last time we've had Mural Kiptoth here claim the carpenter's workshop, being in a strange mood, but unfortunately some stuff is missing. We see he's already got pecan wood logs, but he would also like some stuck cloth and cut gems. So I've already looked around and created the cloth stockpile in here, as there's three kinds of cloth. One of them is silk, and we also have different kinds. And I'm not sure which type he needs, but some of it, and specifically the silk, was like tied up in the hospital. And I hoped that reducing this number would like counteract it, but unfortunately not so, it seems like. So I'll just bump it up again and maybe just deconstruct this chest for a while, and we'll see what happens. And then in here we see, if we zoom out, that the whole floor is covered in this odd pattern of mining designations, and it's very easy to do. You can, if you have DF hack installed, you can click here, go with the launcher, and there's dig, and then EXP for exploratory. It's written down here in the help menu. And then you also have to provide a pattern. Excuse me, and one of the pattern example is a ladder, which I've used. And then I had to connect a few of these for now. So apparently it's like a more efficient way to find veins, I suppose. I'm not sure if it also works with gems, but I would think it does. They are usually in small clusters. So hopefully we will find something soon. And let's see about the cloth. Is he going to move and take some? Well, now I think they have grabbed all of it and moved it downstairs to a different stockpile. So let's just remove this one and take a look. So if we now look at our cloth stock and take a look, where's the silk? The silk. And it's already died, a lot of it, maybe even all. We've bought it from a caravan. Yeah, and it's in here. Let's take a look at here, for example. Dark pink with a mixture of dimple dye, bayberry leaf dye, bayberry dye, red spinach leaf dye, oak bark dye, and peach bark dye. A lot of dyes. The material is dark pink. It's coated with water. Maybe, yeah, it's like raining the whole time since we came here. And seems like there's a lot of storms. But yeah, it doesn't seem like he wants to grab any of that, which is surprising, I think, because then what type of cloth is there left? Can we, like, yarn? No, we can... we can sew stuff out of yarn, but in order to get it, we can, I think, yeah, spin thread. Let's see if we have any thread to be spun. And isn't there a loom as well? I think there's a loom, right? Workshop. Is it under farming, maybe? No, clothing and leather, probably. A loom. Let's build one then. You can close this material. Make it a top priority. I don't think we already have one anymore. Yeah, brew still, or also known as brewery, farmer's workshop, kitchen, and soap maker. Spin thread. Let's see, we are not getting a constellation. that we're going to get some wool cloth, I suppose, from our lamps. And now we have weave yarn into cloth. How about to make it the priority? Although then we won't have any for our hospital, for like suturing stitches. But whatever, I suppose it's a little bit more important now to llama cloth. And yeah, and he's still not grabbing anything. I'm not sure what the guy wants there. We could actually do a little bit of cheating here, because like we kinda know, and we probably could figure out exactly what it is. Well, actually, what happened here? Whereas he must have started to move, yes. He did. Let's see, is he holding anything? He's covered in water, of course, but because there's a storm raging outside. He goes here and picks up a pigtail cloth. So that's what we were missing. Went into the loom, or I suppose one of the things that we were missing. We still need the gems, or otherwise he's just going to go crazy, which we do not want, probably. I don't think. The rain is annoying our people a whole lot, so I am thinking whether you maybe should just put a roof over the whole thing. There are supports that we can build. And we got the walls already. Well, there are also the animals that we don't want to put the roof over, I don't think. So let's do a few supports, and over this area here maybe as well, like this and like this, I suppose. Now the question is, are we going to have enough wood to actually make the floor? Because it would have to be fairly big, like up to here first, for example, and we've got 88 oak, which I don't think is going to be enough. 280, yeah, we need quite a bit more, unfortunately. We could like make a staircase in here, for example, going one floor up, so we don't have to connect it to the building to the left. Begin a mysterious construction. So you find the gem. Yeah, Briolet cut Morians. I have told someone to cut, and there are still scrolls in here. I'm not sure where they can be stored. Because the bookcase is empty. Maybe if we enlarged the area, the library, to also encompass the cabinet and the chest, maybe that'll work. It's of course someone's bedroom, the chief medical dwarfs, but whatever. We needed Mr. Dwarf for other purposes as well. So yeah, let's build some flooring here. Oh yeah, that's not enough to even cover this area. Let's maybe at least partially cover it for now. And yeah, we've built the gate. I suppose we want to continue building the walls here. So we should check our bars. We have plenty of lead. And how about blocks? Basal blocks, or these are also the ones that are already used. But I'm guessing, well, we can do a test here. Select material, basalt 51. That's not much, but it's something that we can work with. Maybe these sections first. Milk animal. Then I want to. I think I might want to put a pause on these for now, so that we have enough. Well, some of it was already moved in here. But is it how much we wanted? Thread 13, well, almost. But it's also going to be used up with time. If we get any injuries, that is. Where is the gate? It's in here. Let's build some more reinforced walls. Right in here, using basalt and lead. And then some more. Basalt and lead. And then we've also have the little part to the north that I've already designated for being demolished. Was it? Only a part of it, so let's wait a little bit for our little dwarfs to finish their work. Now, do I want to do it like more economically, I suppose? Because do we really need the space? Well, we already have the stairwell in here and the patrol route designated, so let's just keep it the same way it was before. I guess we could build over this little bit of water and just go straight. Where is my basalt here? Lead. I hope I didn't misclick and build it out to something else. Yeah, we are uncovering some ore veins, but not really any gems. I guess they are more rare. And we have our artifact. Bronze syrup, a pecan wood barrel. Kinda practical artifact, I suppose, but also easy to steal, I think. Heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Ordem Granite Blue. I think that's the first time I see it. It's usually like either for the fortress or for their family, but I think it's the first time I'm seeing an ancestor. So let's take a look at what this barrel is exactly. 2,800 worth, and just for a quick comparison to our bucket, it's 4,500 because it's made out of precious gems, I suppose. And this is a pecan wood barrel. Our craft's dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of pecan wood. On the item is an image of a dwarf in pigtail. On the item is an image of dwarves in morion. So another gem. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of In the Friendly Arm by Flame Fist of the Quake of Romancing in the early spring of 100. So it's dedicated to the founding of our, for now, little fortress here. And this one had the same dedication. I guess nothing like of note happened in our short history yet, I suppose. So they don't exactly have a lot of inspiration. We might put some of these turquoise, that's nice. The bolt throwers on the walls, like in here, for example, might be a nice place. But we probably want a little bit more of flooring so that we can also move about here. And if I were to Also add some fortification, so like in here for now, and then we have to add more flooring, but it can be from wood. So maybe not oak, maybe walnut, so that we can build the diagonal parts of the fortifications. I hopefully this little piece of wood, not piece, this piece of wood roof will help at least a little bit with the foul moods of our dwarves who are constantly being rained on. We are missing coal, so let's order 50 more for now, let's say. Do we have someone? We have a competent wood burner. So let's employ him there. Okay, so these bolt throwers. Now we can do the fortifications like this out of basalt, of course, and like this and like this. And then I think we're going to put a bolt thrower in here. It can be swiveled around. Yeah, I'm wondering if I prefer if it were like maybe here and then another one here instead of one in the corner. Maybe put one like in here. And the facing doesn't really matter since they can be moved about and they swivel around. What are we using here? I guess basalt as well. We are quite low on the basalt. Where's our stoneworker? I guess stoneworker's workshop. Zom the stone cutter. I think he make like some kind of an artifact for us earlier? Let's see, workshops, not dedicated workshops. What are your skill? Proficient stone cutter? I'm not sure why is he locked with the labor that he's supposed to do. And this is craft dwarf. I would like stone workers. Let's actually assign some here. We could also restrict our weaver to only work in his workshop. As unfortunately we are not... I actually do not remember, does it even show on the like embark screen whether you're going to find like bituminous coal or lignite? Or does it not show? I do not remember. But I think the map, it's generated in these like squares, and we've embarked on a, I think, default 4x4. So that means that if we look at the minimap, our world is generated in like 16 chunks, 4x4, and each chunk, I think, would have different veins generated inside it. Well, it's of course random or procedural, if you will. It's following some rules for how they are generated. So maybe if we went like further to these other areas, the other squares, maybe we will be able to find some, or we could just, of course, go along the z-axis and dig deeper. We also have some other floors in between that we are not really using, except for getting into our beautiful gate. Yeah, thankfully, nothing drastic has been happening with the cursed lake since we've embarked and lost one of our dwarves. We've got a whole lot of shells, and I think it's the craft dwarfs. Yeah, it is. So let's do the regular gauntlets, bracelet, not bracelets, shell leggings and shell helmets as well. And I guess equip. Yeah, we're not using the gauntlets, I think. But unfortunately, we cannot edit uniforms, I think. We would have to add a new one. Guess militia 2 is okay. But you can't really pick shell. I think it counts as leather light, right? Headwear, I guess helms. Can we pick the material here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've checked it last time. And it's not really available. Handwear. I already forgot. Was it so gauntlets? Well, you know what? Never mind. We already have our militia uniform. It's missing like one of the pieces, but I guess that's something that, yeah, it's gauntlets, whatever. It's something that we can sell. It's not worth much, but there's nothing else that you can do with the shells anyway. So we might as well make them into something useful, and then our guy or whoever works in here, bone carver, yeah, they're going to get some experience. And if they might have a need, I'm not sure what it's called. Can we find someone? I think it's like to create something or whatever. There's a need that some dwarves might have. Then it will satisfy it. And we might want to take a look into building at least a small... Do we have already a temple? No, I don't think we do. A universal one so that they can just go pray to any god they like. And for that, we would need an altar. Do we still have silver left? We have plenty of silver, so let's get a few silver altars. Well, I say a few, but maybe just 2 will be enough for now. Yeah, now we are finding plenty of the raw gems that we would like to cut and then uncrust finished goods, I suppose. Yeah, and let's see. Well, we don't really have the stone yet, the blocks. I might just build another one of the stoneworker workshops. I guess here is fine. And order more of the stone blocks. And then hopefully someone will get on it, and we would like to load it, please. These are loaded. But then I don't know, where do you store the arrows? I have to look it up because I didn't see it in any stockpile. We have struck native copper. We might actually want to mine it because I think it's fairly quick to mine. Well, I guess we are low on fuel. And there, like, you can make some, I don't know, copper chests or other furniture that's going to be a little bit more valuable, a little bit nicer than just wooden or stone furniture. Blocks out of basalt, please. And it's already looped. Actually, I didn't want to get rid of it. I want to see where it is and designate to mine some more gems. This, of course, increases our wealth. However, I'm not sure how it's perceived in the world at large, because I think I remember something that only the wealth that you trade is actually like counts towards anything, or maybe it's just for migrant waves, that the more you trade, the more wealth, the more migrants you're going to attract, I think. I'm not sure if it also counts for like sieges and other types of attacks, or is it actually the whole produced wealth and build? So some stuff that it would be probably a good idea to read up on, and then of course I will forget as soon as I stop recording. Okay, no trader needed at the depot. Yeah, I guess we have plenty of stuff that we would like to do, but to make it a bit more interesting, I am trying to build most of it not underground, where it's very easy to just carve out some rooms and even smooth the snows to make them nicer. I actually like to build some buildings outside, as it's more of a challenge. Logistically, it takes more work. But I think it looks better, especially if we take a look at is it in here somewhere? Yeah, I'm not sure what the spectator mode is as well. What's it called again? I always forget. Stonesense, that's what it is. If we open the application, enlarge the window, we can take a look at our... Yeah, it's very sensitive in regards to movement. You have to keep your cursor very close to the screen center, then you press right mouse button and move your mouse about a little bit carefully to move it. Yeah, anyway, we can go only like 3 floors up, I guess. But we can see it in 3D. That's our beautiful entrance gate with and we can also see in here the vertical bars. Here they look like they are shut, but they are currently open. We have a lever. We've had some pressure plates, but I've dug this one out, removed them, because I think they might block the larger caravans that have wagons. They need a 3x3 passage. And then these are the ballistas, which don't have a model, unfortunately, and same with the bolt thrower. The cart does have a model. And then we go up, we see I think these are now just loose furniture, or maybe we've made a small dormitory in here. No, it's one stairs above, one floor above. And the top floor in here, and there's also the one bolt thrower. And there's the other building with the workshops and the bedrooms and the hospital, I guess. We have some animals in the hospital, and here's our small dormitory and eatery with still the wooden walls and wooden roof. But in here we have the basalt wall. Looking down, we have our farms. And here we have, I guess we can see the floor down, which it's microline, I guess, it's the blue. Yeah, and the 2 coffins here. The very small offices for our bookkeeper and like trader, I think, or someone else, don't remember even. Yeah, but you can... yeah, it's very sudden with the movement. Our big stockpile with all of this stuff. mostly empty. Yeah, we can see it nicely in this isometric mode, I guess. If we click at stones here, does it have... It's got an alias, so you can type sense, press enter, and it's going to be the same. Yeah, there are controls, increase control scroll. Okay, let's take a quick look again, because it seems like we can go even more levels at once. If I hold control, yeah, we see how the water here, or the water bed, I suppose, appears. When I scroll and increase the... Yeah, it's very annoying how it just shoots off in some direction and then you don't know where the camera is. And the help does is there like a go back to the center? Yeah, right click or center the screen. Yeah, it doesn't really work. Okay, let's try it one more time. This time I'm not going to be moving the... It's... Okay, it was a bit stuck for a few seconds. Yeah, but anyway, we can... I'm going to try to move it about a little bit. Okay, that seems to be a little bit safer to do it in small increments. Okay, we can see it's a few 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess this is the 5th floor up. There's a lot of trees obscuring our view. Maybe I should get rid of them. I'm sure the elves are going to like that. Yeah, and we can see our little stairs so that our patrolling dwarf can go over this roof and down onto the walls again. I guess we could build a little floor, not basal, but basal blocks in here and then in here as well, so it looks a little bit nicer in that view. We've already have our altars built. Then let's chop down all of this wood around our walls, which also will make them a little more effective, I suppose, because creatures can actually climb the trees, I believe. And if you've got like some branches overhanging your walls, then they might as well be able to get up on the walls using the branches. A little bridge in here, or I guess floor, because bridge is technically a separate building. Maybe actually, because we have the room here, I guess we could put the altars, at least for now. We will surely move them somewhere else later. Furniture, please. Offering place. Oh, let's build like... Well, actually, they need a dance floor, I think. And the temples as well. So we might want a furniture, offering place. We might want to build them like at the opposite corners. And we are going to also need at least a single chest for instruments, if we even have any. Can we build any instruments? No, we do not. Because there are like, piano-style instruments that you can build, and there are also like handheld, smaller ones that... Why is this an office? Well, I guess we can keep it as an office. But we would like a temple for no particular deity. We can actually check. Yeah, there are a few cults. They are short on members, actually. Only 1, 2, up to 4 people. Which god has the most worshippers? Arloran has 10. Then a bunch of 9s. Yeah, so it seems like Arloran, the god of mountains, is the most popular deity in our fort. But we are going to build a generic temple, the hot simplicity. Maybe for like a god of love or lust or whatever. Cooperative temple, yeah, that's much more fitting to a generic shrine. I think, yeah, it's a little bit too narrow. It would have to be, I think, 5 by something to count as an actual dance floor. I guess the stairs aren't really in the way, because it's said like 4 by 13, and this part here is in 13. So apparently you can dance on the stairs as well. Show off your mad dancing skills. I guess we have to cancel these and put them up again. Sometimes it happens when there's like an item on the floor and they have trouble moving it aside. And some more, please. Basalt and lead. Here it's been built already. We're almost done. Iron chains. Again, cannot reach. Where? In here. We had the same problem again. Maybe it'll sort itself out. We can hope. We can hope. 18. Do we have enough? Do we have 36? We don't. So only a little bit for now. How many do we get? Did we have 30 something? Might be 15? No, 25, not 35. So that's 12, I guess. And we have the lead. Yeah, this is all lead reinforced basalt. And here all of it is as well. So that's good and fine and awesome. We've struck a moron. I guess maybe let's not condone violence against morons, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. In the game, I mean, of course. And the last one, yeah, I guess we're gonna get a whole lot of gems. So I guess we might as well order like shell crafts so that we have something to actually decorate. Because the armor, I don't think it can be encrusted. Who's the gem cutter here? Litast. Let's take a look at what is Litast doing. He is felling a tree because he is a lumberjack as well, apparently, a woodcutter. He is a legendary gem cutter, gem cutter and competent woodcutter, and an herbalist. I guess he likes cutting things. The Coati? What is a Coati? Jumps away from the flying iron bolt. In here? Let's take a look if we can find what it is. Other Coati. In here. What the heck are you? Is this the snout here? And this is an ear, or like which way is it facing? Or there's like a tiny little smile in here, like 4 pixels. Description. A health description: a small, long-nosed, raccoon-like creature, slow to heal and flimsy. That's like the description, the physical description of this particular one, not for like each of those creatures. This one is fat, hair is chestnut, skin is peach, eyes are black, and apparently it's causing some trouble. Overcome by terror as it was attacked. Spring, yeah, and there's also the stonefall traps that it's too quick to actually be hit by. Goes again into the fortress, 1 year old only. Inexperienced, doesn't know what to do, didn't learn its lessons yet. And now, ooh, yeah, that was a little bit violent. The poor Coati got battered by a mob of dwarves. Let's see what was the boyar strangles the Coati's throat. And actually, silver sword of the carpenter struck it in the right paw, opening an artery. Yeah, so it didn't. Even a dwarven child punched it in the lower body, bruising the muscle, bruising the guts. And apparently, a boyar was really big on choking it. And they are like probably commenting or standing up. So there are still a few more alerts even after the fighting was finished. I guess most of the trees were cut down, so we can take a little quick look in stonesense again. Just for a few seconds. I wonder, can we zoom out? I don't think we can. But we can add, we have to go up a few floors. And yeah, we can see it a little bit more. Our wall surrounding our little courtyard. Yeah, I guess for now only the wall looks impressive, and there's like two floor buildings. Nothing too fancy for now, and then the cursed lake. And a lot of trees surrounding us. But it's definitely a start. And might be a good one. Bolts loaded 0. Yeah, and they take 100. So we might actually need to make a bunch more. Because how many do? Well, we can load like 1 or 2 bolt throwers. And how about the one at the top here? It should also be loaded. And we have some dwarves praying to on got block oiled. I read it as black boiled first. Block oiled. Not sure how I feel about it, but whatever. Meditating in silence. Maybe no particular god that this person prays to, but likes to meditate. Well, there's Uvar that they are praying to, I suppose. Sometimes, maybe. I'm not sure if they have a god in relations, it means that they are particularly religious and they actually actively pray to said god. But at least we have our little shrine here. They actually haven't moved the furniture out because we don't have a stockpile for furniture, probably. I guess I am going to add it here. Yeah, in here there's like ballista arrow heads, ballista parts, but no actual ballista arrows. I'm not seeing. There's siege ammo. That's going to be it. So if we go to this stockpile and add siege ammo in here, they should be moving these ballista arrows. Well, actually, let's just make it even closer. I guess let's just remove the stockpile entirely. And let's make one up here. That's going to also hold... I guess ammo of all types is okay. And then also let's do like this, but no types, and then only siege ammo so that we get all of the materials and the qualities. Not sure, maybe let's make it a bigger because I think the ballista arrows, they don't go into bins. They are too large, I think. Actually, I wonder how many do we have, because well, I guess we tried selling some, but it turned out that they are super heavy, and I don't remember if I sold any, or did we sell none of them in the end? Basalt, lead, and let's leave it at that, and then I will add the other one manually, and I guess we can finish it down here. 6. Do we have 12? Basalt, we do. The one has been built, so now the other one, please. 2 basalt, 1 lead. The chickens are fighting each other still, it seems like. We were, missing coal. Now it's been done. I guess we might want to smelt some more stuff. Galena, I think it's the one for lead and silver. Yep, that's correct. I suppose iron might be better for armor and maybe even weapons. Not sure if all or only blunt compared to silver. But silver is more precious, and we already have like short sword on pretty much all of our dwarves, hopefully. Not toggle all, exclude, we have everyone assigned to at least a militia squad. Not all of them have weapons, actually. The second squad doesn't have any. So I suppose, but I think, we have some loose short swords. But I suppose we can say maybe like iron short sword, and let's have 5. We are way over on the food department. Maybe we don't need to, at least for a little bit, produce more, but we definitely would like some more drinks. It seems like we've used up all of the shells. We might need some more barrels. There are also either clay pots or jugs and other like rock as well that you can make if you don't have access to wood, or if it's maybe too precious for you because you don't have a lot of it and you need to make beds and you don't have a mod that allows you to make bed out of stone or metals. Then I never remember, it's either jugs or pots, and I think one act as barrels and the others as bins. Is that correct? Don't remember. But I'm pretty sure in one of these you can store liquids and maybe in the other food. Realgar? Not sure what that is. Yeah, for now we don't have actually a lot of dwarf. We don't seem to be getting a lot of them in the migration ways. We have a lot of like skulls and bones. So we could also do totems if I can find them. Well, I guess I can not got totem and do it continuously. Bone. Decorate with bone, sure. Not sure what we'll be able to decorate with bone, but maybe, like some furniture in here. Quality muscle shell. It doesn't add a lot to the value, but I guess it's better than nothing. In a pinch we can sell the stuff if we get a trade card on that. We might find something particularly interesting being sold, but not have enough to exchange for it. Yeah, it's still raining. It's like always raining here. I'm not sure even if we're even producing any more of these oaken blocks. Are we, carpenter? I guess we're not, because one of the carpenter's workshops was claimed by the Moody Dwarf, and then everything gets cancelled. Which one did we want again? We have oak. Do we have any more of those? Of that? Oh, we do. 42. That's a very nice number. And in here as well, more blocks. We could, of course, set up a repeating order, but I don't wanna. For now, I will later on, if once we have more dwarves, I will just import a list of repeating jobs with all of the basic stuff that's needed in a fort. And yeah, but for now, I think we don't have enough dwarves, and they are thinned out as is with all of the plenty jobs that we want them to be doing. So I guess I will finish the episode here for now. Then maybe I'll play a little bit of camera until something more exciting happens, and like build all of this, and maybe the roofs out of stone as well, and this out of the reinforced blocks instead of the regular battle blocks. And we'll see if we maybe get more migrants, maybe another caravan, or maybe we'll get some goblins or whatever scouting, trying to snatch the children, and we are actually getting a game save, so it's a nice place to finish the episode. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.